Alright, JC the Sniper here, part 2 of my Spyderco Endura versus Spyderco Stretch video. And we're going to go over the scoring here. If you just started watching, you might want to go watch the first part, it'll make more sense. Okay, so weight. We gave weight to the Stretch because it's lighter. However, the Endura we gave half a point because it's also very light for its size. Size for EDC, half a point for the Endura, full point for the Stretch. Size for defensive, full point for the Endura, half a point for the Stretch. Blade steels are the same, point for both. Blade shape for EDC we gave to the Stretch. Blade shape for defensive use we gave a tie. Blade shape looks, we gave the Endura a 1.5 and the Stretch a 1. Speed goes to the Stretch. Lockup and strength, tie. Ergonomics, tie. Materials, tie for the handle. Clip design is a tie. Durability is a tie. So let me count this up real quick and I'll write it down. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5 for the Endura. And for the Stretch, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.5. So, apparently, I didn't realize this about myself, but I think the Stretch is a little bit better knife, overall. So, comparing for, EDC, defensive use, for a multi-use knife, the Stretch is a little bit better. Now let's just count up the things that are relevant for defensive use. For defensive use, weight isn't really doesn't count. Size for EDC is irrelevant. So the Spyderco gets 1 on, or the Endura gets 1 on size. Steel is important, so we get 1 there. That's 2. Blade shape for defensive use, that's 3. Lockup and strength, 4. Ergos and materials, 5, 6. Clip design, 7. Durability, 8. So for strictly defensive use, the Endura gets an 8 rating. So the Stretch gets a half a point for defensive size. Weight is irrelevant. Then we get steel, 1.5. Blade shape, another 1, 2.5. Speed, 3.5. And then these others, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. So for defensive use, the defensive use comes down on the side of the Stretch, but not by much. By half a point, or not on the side of the Stretch, on the side of the Endura, but by half a point. And basically that's for the size. For defensive use, the size of the Endura, we rated it half a point better. So just because you got a little bit longer reach. If I put that on there as a category, which I certainly could, actually, that might be nice as a subcategory of defensive uses. Reach. The Endura has more reach, which is an element of size, but it is what it is. So just for overall, I gave the Stretch 2 points more. Defensive use, Endura wins by half a point. For EDC, the Stretch will win. So overall, for both EDC and your defensive use, if you want something that can do both, that's going to function well in both roles, that's not going to be real scary and intimidating as an EDC knife, but you can still, defend your life with it if you need to. Something that's going to be able to do all your cutting tasks. The Stretch is an excellent knife. It's awesome. Great handle, great blade. I really like it. So if the Endura is also an excellent choice for that. However, The Stretch may be just a little bit better. Maybe, you know. Your mileage may vary, as they say. For me, I think it's a little bit better for both tasks. Now, for defensive use, the Endura wins. It's bigger, it's longer, you got more reach, and that's basically my deciding factor for that. However, the Stretch is still going to be excellent. You know, real good handle ergonomics. You can choke back on it if you want. You can get pretty good reach on it, and that reach isn't going to make that big of a difference in an attack. However, I'm still going to give it to the Endura. So, if you're looking strictly for a defensive knife, I'd go for the Endura. If you're looking strictly for an EDC knife, I'd go for the Stretch. If you're looking for something that spans both categories, you know, once again, I just rated the Stretch better. For my money, however, I'd probably get an Endura first. That's just me, even though I rated the Stretch better. Alrighty, so there you have it. Stretch versus Endura. JC the Sniper, signing off.